Before we start today's video, I want to mention that 80% of you have not subscribed to the channel. Most of my views come from not subscribed people, so make sure you take the time to go down below and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content. Make sure you hit the like button too if you enjoy the content as well, and enjoy today's episode. What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here, and today I am continuing to rank my favorite Pokemon of each type. This list comes from my experiences playing Pokemon throughout the past several years. The order of this series is based on my least favorite type to my most favorite type, and I will be covering all 18 types. A dual type Pokemon does have the possibility to be considered for both types it has, because if a Pokemon is one of my favorites, it should be included on both lists if it applies. With all that being said, sit back and relax as we dive into the Dragon type. Number 10. Naganadel or Naganadel. A lot of people pronounce this thing weird. I'm not sure. Whatever pronunciation you want to go with it. I usually call it Naganadel. But Naganadel is an interesting choice for this list, especially since it is a relatively recently released Pokemon. Try to say that 10 times fast. I still remember trying to fill that last spot on my first playthrough of Pokemon Ultra Sun, and I got a Naganadel to do it. It was a powerful asset to my team with a really cool and unique typing that really isn't seen much throughout the franchise. It's really niche and also really awesome, especially with the new introduction of fairy types in Generation 6. And I just really like this typing, and it really helped me out throughout my playthrough, and it just is a powerful Pokemon that does a lot of work. Number 9. ZEHROM. Making a return from the electric list is ZEHROM. My favorite electric legendary Pokemon is a rather odd pick. Many people do not like Generation 5, but this was a game I actually liked. I really wanted Reshiram for my team, but I ended up getting Pokemon White, which gave me ZEHROM as my legendary Pokemon. However, I instantly became attached to this Pokemon, and I really liked how the main legendaries of those games were using the elements of typings. Fire and electric usually are not seen on legendary Pokemon, so it was really cool to see that, especially on the box art Pokemon. I really like the power of ZEHROM too, which helps it rise in my rankings as one of my favorites. And it really is a rough opponent to try to handle. Number 8. LATIAS. LATIAS wasn't really a favorite of mine until recently. I never really have used LATIAS since it's a legendary Pokemon, and I really don't use legendaries in my playthroughs, but all that changed when I had it for Draft League. LATIAS was a really great utility Pokemon, and that could be used in a variety of things, and it just did what I needed it to do for the team. LATIAS also has an interesting part in the Pokemon Heroes movie that made me appreciate some of the lore and theories that came out about LATIAS. And if you know me, I really like lore and theories, especially when it comes to Pokemon, so Pokemon that have rich lore and theories are obviously going to be some of my favorites. Also really appreciated it being the start of the end of the HMs, since you could use the Eon Flute to fly around on either Latias or Latios, depending on which game you had in ORAS. Overall, it's a really cool Pokemon. It has a really cool typing, and it can really just be customized to your preferences. I also had one in our first tag lock of the channel, which really made me like it a lot more. It was my MVP during my section of the run, and I just love Latias because of it. Number 7. GOODRA. I'm not really sure why I like this cute sludge monster. Maybe it is one of those out there designs that I guess I just enjoy for some reason. Maybe Ash having one in the anime made me enjoy it more, and that being like one of the best seasons of the anime. Maybe that's why I like it? I don't know. I mean, I guess GOODRA does have great battle prowess, being able to tank hits, and also can cleave through teams, making it a great asset if you decide to use it for a team. There's a lot of sets that you can run with GOODRA, which make it kind of unpredictable. But, again, it's one of those Pokemon that can be countered once you do know what it has, so I don't know. It's just cool. Number 6. HYUREM-B. One of the things about Black 2 and White 2 that I never got to experience was the merging of HYUREM with either ZEHROM or Reshiram. I never really completed those games, so I never got to that part. I got to the gym city where it's at, but I never got to that part. So I didn't know about this until I saw it happen later. However, I have seen these fusions used in competitive teams on Showdown, and since I played a lot of Showdown, I've come to enjoy using Kyurem Black on my teams as well. This is a powerful Pokemon with 2 really solid stab attacks in Dragon and Ice, as well as probably the best electric move in the game. I've always found it difficult to counter Kyurem Black since it has a diversity of moves, and by the time you figure out exactly what it's running in that last slot, you've already lost the battle, and you really can't come back from it. This is a serious threat when it comes to battling, and I can respect the power that it offers to its training. Number 5. Flygon. Everyone's favorite bug dragon type. Except that's actually a dragon ground type. Come on, Game Freak. I've always liked the design of Flygon. It's one of my favorite Pokemon designs in general. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the evolutionary line, which kind of hinders this Pokemon a little bit for me. But I really can't remember using a Flygon since there's always been better options in Let's Plays. But one day I will be glad to pick this thing up and use it on a team, maybe in a Nuzlocke where I don't get a choice of what I'm getting and then maybe I just get a Flygon. That'd be kind of awesome, and I would definitely like to have one. Number 4. Salamence. Up until recently, I would have not really considered Salamence for this list. However, I've begun to like it a lot in this past year. Salamence is one of the best shinies out there and is an incredibly powerful Pokemon, especially when it's in its Croissant form. Or its Mega form, if you want to be that kind of person. Croissant, I like Croissant form better. The main reason Salamence rose in the ranks for me this year was because it was my starter Pokemon for my Omega Ruby Sleep Block to celebrate becoming an affiliate on Twitch. It was one of my favorite streams of all time, and it just made me love Salamence more. It also was like one of the only starters I've got through an entire run with and didn't die, so I always love the starters that can do that for me. Number 3. Garchomp. Okay, so I really didn't like this thing when I first encountered it battling Cynthia, but who does? But Garchomp is such a cool and powerful Pokemon. Garchomp has so many different movesets in Generation 7 where I began to get into competitive battling, allowing it to be used in a variety of different ways. I have never used Garchomp in a playthrough, but I've had great success using Garchomp on many Showdown teams, and I always get nervous coming across one. Maybe because of Cynthia, maybe because of just I know how good it is, I don't know. It's just really terrifying and scary just when you see a Garchomp coming, you're like, oh crap, I'm losing half my team. Number 2. Noivern. Noivern holds a special place in my Pokemon memories. X and Y introduced Wonder Trades, which I used when I got out of Lumio City for the first time. My first ever Wonder Trade was for a Noibat that I used on my first team. Noivern was my MVP, crushing every Sky Trainer that dared to try to challenge me. It's also incredibly fast, which makes it really fun to use with its very moveset, and I've begun using it a little bit now in Sword and Shield, and it also works as a great support mon for doubles. You got Tailwind, you're fast, you can use Throat Spray, pretty solid Pokemon overall. And finally, number 1, Rayquaza. Okay, it's actually pronounced Rayquaza, but sometimes if you get that meme, you get the meme, okay? Rayquaza is one of my favorite Pokemon. Emerald was the first game I had a legendary in, and that was this big green snack boy. Fun. And he caused a lot of problems for my opponents. Rayquaza has one of the best shinies in the franchise, being one of my top 10 favorites of all time, which also made me really like it. I also really enjoyed it being a boss in Subspace Emissary and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And Rayquaza is just the ultimate Pokemon, being ranked number 1 with its Mega Form in competitive use, which is absolutely busted. At least that was of Generation 7. It's not in, well, Mega Form's not in Generation 8, but it's still a really good Pokemon. Try it out. I have just increased my love of this Pokemon over the years, and that just makes it my favorite Dragon-type Pokemon. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my favorite Dragon types. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Dragon type is. I wish I could include Charizard on this list, but unfortunately it was mistyped in Generation 1, which was never fixed, even though I really think it should be a Dragon type. I'm a little disappointed that it's not. It would be number 1, 100% number 1 if it was here. But of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel more than you probably will ever know. But it really does help for the support, and it's the easiest way to support the channel and the content we make here. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on so you don't miss uploads, which would really help me out too. Also, feel free to check me out on the other platforms I am on, such as Discord and Twitter for updates about the content, and Twitch for live streams. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Chaos, signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.